Hello and welcome back to the next episode of From the Heart. This time we're going to be building this pretty interesting Okama game sphere.
Okay, turn it on.
Okama game sphere!
Whoa!
Designing this, I didn't exactly know what to do just because it's such a simple thing. I mean, it's from South Park, so it's already made out of paper and stuff, but I think I got it basically pretty much as close as I could possibly get it to the actual thing, besides maybe the top. I got a few ideas on how we're going to do this top. I'm thinking about maybe painting it green and then epoxy, but I don't know. We're going to try and find a way to make this thing interesting because it's such a simple little deal. But I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm pretty excited to start it. I got a lot of cleanup and stuff to do on the bottom. It also opens up. It's a box. The top does come off, but we're probably just going to glue that on there permanently. So yeah, I even made the tiny little controller. It's got little thumbsticks, little buttons, and I'm sure you can see that in a close-up shot that I hopefully added if I want this video to do well. I don't know if anybody's actually seen the episode or remembers the Okama game sphere, but I just rewatched it. It's pretty funny. Basically the whole time they're like counting down the hours. They just get this council over something Cartman does that I don't care to repeat.
You shouldn't have done that. He's just a boy. Poor little feller.
And over time, this is actually how towelie's introduced, and from then on, the government steals the Okama game sphere, and Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and Cartman are left to continue to help the government, finding out about like reptilian people, but not really caring the whole time. It's a pretty crazy episode. You should go check that out.
You must get the towel back to Tynacorp.
Where is our Okama game sphere?
Get the towel home. They'll explain everything. Please, hurry.
A towel that would sense how wet or dry the user's skin was and fluff itself accordingly.
We don't care.
Again.
God damn it. Can we please just get back to playing our video game, please?
But yes, everybody, I've been thinking about this for a while. I knew it would be so easy to make, and hopefully it will turn out to be semi-cool. So obviously the first thing that we're probably going to do is sand it and then spray paint it all, get the base coat on, and then we'll figure it out after that. Check it out. Now we have everything all sanded. It's looking very good, very nice. I'm trying to get all these lines and stuff out because I'm afraid that once I paint it, they're gonna shine through. But I think about how I'm gonna do it. I think if I just prime it, maybe sand it one more time, and then spray paint it again with the color I want. And then, like I said earlier, I'm gonna try and actually paint this upside down with epoxy like a great many of times, just to see if we can get a cool glass orb look to it. Because yeah, I know I could probably just order a mold, but I want to do everything from scratch, from the heart, just like the channel says. So yeah, check this guy out. I actually had to get this thing to fit on correctly, I had to take my blowtorch and do some things like that. But this is going to be glued on. The only reason I did it separately was so I could paint it correctly and it would still look good. But yeah, right now just looks like a general hunk of plastic, man. You know, really like the paint and stuff is what brings it all to life. So hopefully this comes out cool. The next thing we're gonna do is the spray paint. Alright, we're back out here in these woods. It's like the first day in Michigan that it's been 90 degrees, so I thought I'd do the painting and stuff outdoors, which it's good for me, it's good for my health. But this thing turned out nice. It's a little messy. I get a little impatient with the spray paint and everything, so I got a little bit of cleanup to do around the orb if I can even get this thing off anymore. I don't think I'm going to, so we might just have to leave it and like fill it with something else. But other than that, it's ready for the detail paint and stuff. I don't know all exactly what to do, so we are just gonna kind of do all these in-between lines and stuff and maybe shade them a little bit with a darker blue. I want to put in a gold ring around the power or whatever, the Omicron Game Sphere thingy-mo-bob. Paint that green as well, and then just do the power cords and the controller. So we'll see how this thing turns out. My only problem with this thing is it's so damn simple that I don't know what to do with it, because I feel like anything I do with it, it's not going to turn out good, but it's going to turn out good. Alright, we're out here. You can hear the birds. You can see the sunlight behind me. Let's do this. See, I came prepared. I didn't bring any water. I just brought a ton of different paint brushes. So let's go ahead and go to town. We gotta reset up this camera, so give me a second. Okay, it's all painted now. Chopped off my hair off. It's obviously a different day, but everything's dried, and it looks really neat, as you can see in these emerging clips, these rotating shots. But yes, it looks very nice. I forgot to include a few things, but it was just a little bit. It is what it is. Sometimes you forget. Now all we need to do is actually start painting the globe piece with epoxy, so we can get a nice glass look to it, because you can still see all these squares and stuff. And my hope is that with the epoxy layer and stuff, not only will it be mega shiny, a little more official looking, and it's gonna look awesome. It's hopefully gonna cover some of that stuff up. Is what I'm getting at. The controller looks awesome. This little screen right here is also gonna get some epoxy in there. And then after that, Mod Podge, and it'll basically be done. But for now, let's go ahead and start painting the epoxy and see if this turned out to be a good idea or not. Epoxy made. It's just super cheap epoxy from Amazon. It was like 16 bucks for like a 2-part set or whatever. Epoxy though, this is the first time I'm actually using it on this channel. But man, epoxy with 3D printing can go a long way, especially if you're just making stuff like decorative pieces and stuff. Like this is actually my D&D box, but I still gotta finish painting it and whatnot. But yeah, all these little infills I'm going to fill with epoxy, and it's just going to make it look unbelievable. It's going to make it look like glass, like some kind of goo of some sorts. But yes, I've never actually painted a 3D dome with clear epoxy, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. Hopefully there's not going to be like a big point at the end, because when I'm done painting it, I'm actually going to need to flip it like this. I guess let's just go to town. I've already mixed all the epoxy up. Let's do this. All right, everybody, I'm here. It's done, it's Mod Podge, it's been epoxied on the orb about 10 times. The Mod Podge kind of defeated the purpose of the epoxy and completely wiped out the clearness of it. It just looks like straight up paint now. I'm pretty sad about it. It was looking very good. I spent like 5 days painting like 2 layers of epoxy on this thing every day or whatever, and it was getting right to where I wanted it to where you could actually see the orb inside of the walls of the epoxy, but it didn't work out. I could probably fix it, but at this point I just want to be done with this thing. It's so simple that I don't know how to make it look like super good. So I'm just going to be happy with it. I think it turned out fine. It looks just like the thing, if not better, if you actually go back to South Park. I think it's in like season 5, episode 8 or 7 or something like that. It's pretty funny. The entire plot of it is pretty hilarious, and the introduction to twolie, so that's cool. The Okama game sphere, we have it in real life now. I think it would be really neat if somebody out there maybe bought like a Raspberry Pi or something and actually made it into its own legit fake console or something. I don't know. Here it is, everybody. If you want one for yourself, post in the comments and I'll post the files for you for free. Or maybe you can just purchase one from me if I can actually get around to making another one. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. I think it turned out relatively cute. It's just nice to see. I didn't think when I was a kid I'd be able to see these things as physical objects in my hand so easily. The 3D printers are really like such a cool way to take your creative side to another level. I used to sketch and stuff a lot. Now lately, it's just been 3D printing. It's been awesome, and I'm really excited to actually learn more about 3D modeling and everything like that. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, if you want one for yourself, comment down below, and I will post the files up for free, or I'll try to get around it myself. Look forward, go check out my book review, retelling, or whatever the hell that was about the Hellbound Heart, Hellraiser. That'd be very nice. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I will try and post relatively soon. We'll see. We'll see. I got a few things coming up, but I think they're gonna take a little while, so I'd expect at least 2 to 3 weeks. But all right, I'm out. Yes, we're in a new location. I don't want to say where, but it's pretty back here. Enjoy these shots.